Alright, so I just finished breakfast. I bought these lobster balls, fish balls, and some small crab cakes. As you can see here, it's kind of cool place. Basically in downtown Hong Kong. See the food here? Pretty good. So I had the lobster balls, the sausages and stuff like that. And this is a very busy area in the morning, close to Nathan Street and the harbor actually, which is just one block down to the right. And I'm crossing the street here. You know, Hong Kong, they drive on the left side, so you need to be careful every time you cross the street. And you know, if you're used to driving on the right side, that's completely different. And people have all kind of crap they give out these cards, and they want to sell you custom-made suits, stuff like that. So I'm just walking down the street here, and I'm going to show you basically one small intersection here, how busy it can be. So again, the harbor area is down there, and as you can see here, it's a busy place. People are, you know, walking up and down the street in the morning. You know, they're buying coffee, they go to work, and many tourists are down in this area too as well. But you meet all these guys here. They are trying to sell you something. They have business cards, and you can grab one if you like. And basically every square foot is taken by some kind of business down here. I mean, every little notch is a business. People are selling something. You see everything from money exchange to Western Union to restaurants to mobile phones to radio shops to whatever. I mean, it's a multitude of everything here in Hong Kong. I think everybody is involved in some kind of business. Everyone. And of course you have lots of stores, markets, you can buy stuff as well. But what I like is the street food. That's actually the best. I mean, it's affordable, it's pretty good. I don't like sitting down in these restaurants when you're here. I mean, it's much better to just grab something, you know, and be on your way. Especially if you have, you know, a couple of weeks, you want to see a lot of the stuff, so you don't have time to really sit down, at least not in a day, right? Yeah, that's about it. So in a few minutes here I will go down and look for the ferry and actually go to the other side, and that can be interesting. So this is the famous view of Hong Kong here. You are down by the ocean here, and you see all these tall buildings on the other side. So let's do a little sweep here. It's kind of cool. You see all these tourists and all these boats, and I'm going to try to catch one of these green ferries and go to the other side. And right now they are doing some construction here, so it's super noisy. I don't know what they're building, but they're fixing kind of this building here. So let's just walk down the street so you get the feeling for how it looks like. And by the way, the question is, how warm is it? Well, it's pretty humid, and about, I'm guessing, 80 degrees. It's cloudy and very sweaty, so it's a good idea to dress light. And I'm walking here by the waterfront again here, so lots of people here. Most people are probably from some other area here. People come down to take selfies, you know, the usual touristy stuff, which is nice. You see an example of that here. Everybody's smiling, of course. It's pretty good. And I see some helicopters above here, that's probably tourists paying to see this interesting city from above, right? That's kind of cool. And it's definitely a good walking place down here by the water. And right now in the morning it's kind of quiet. Hello. Yeah, so people are lining up here. It's like custom built for tourists, that's for sure. And you know, I think I will just go down here. I think the big boats, by the way, they are probably on the other side of the island here. Because in here, I'm not sure if they can take any big boats. I think they like commercial harbor is on the other side. So when you fly, you see a lot of boats actually just anchored up outside. And right now I'm walking under some kind of roof. I don't really know what that is. Anyway, I'm getting closer to where I'm going to get the ferry to the other side. And you know, many people actually prefer to stay on the other side. They have lots of hotels, and they have all kind of artsy stuff, and restaurants and all that. But Kowloon is more, maybe more traditional in one way. And I can kind of see the ferries now, by the way. I just found the stairs to go up to this observation deck or walkway they built. And if you can see, maybe in the background, left of that tower, there's a big touristy boat. I can't see the name of it, so I'm not sure where it's coming from here, but at least there's a big boat here. And people come up here to take, you know, these classic pictures, the selfies, looking at the ferries, the green ones going across. And I'm guessing if you go on board on these ships, you have a fantastic view of both sides. So I will try that in a minute. You're kind of looking up towards Victoria Point. And yeah, I see they have an observation deck up there, so eventually I will find my way up there. And you see the town here on the other side. It's amazing how many tall buildings they have in such a small place, really. And there are like hundreds of people, and people do, you know, these camera shoots, like this guy is good, filming and documenting. Alright, so I will continue to walk here. And what do we have here? We have this tower. I'm not really sure, and it looks like they have some kind of dried out fountain down there. There is no water in it for the moment. It's almost like some tower in Venice, Italy. But it's not. It's far away from Italy, okay? And people smoke everywhere. I mean, every second person you see has a cigarette in their mouth. And you know, despite the air quality, nobody really cares, I guess. It's unbelievable. The air quality is medium, I would say. Maybe because it's close to the coast, so it clears it out. But if you go inland, across the border, the bad air will stay much longer. And up in Beijing it was like horrible, even though that's not even the worst place. And you see, it's an area here where you can actually come up. And here is the one of the green ferries right behind me here. And what I think you need when you take one of these ferries is the octopus card, and you buy that at the like a metro station, and that gives you access to boats and buses and whatever you need. They're actually working on one of these boats down there. It's doing some welding. I'm not sure if you can see. It's fixing the boat. So I'm just waiting for the ferry. It just came back in, and outside you see a lot of action. All these different kind of boats and vessels passing by here. People are just standing here waiting in this interesting building. So we'll see here. It will be a couple of minutes before they let passengers walk on board, I guess. I will just take a look here. And you cannot see the boat down in that area down there, right? They're kind of trying to dock. Okay, I'm not sure if that's the word, but they're trying to get in here. It's a view from outside. So everybody's just running here. It's like a race. Going down to this nice little ferry, and it's very, very noisy here. People are screaming. All right, welcome on board. Alright, pretty cool. I think I will go here and sit here. Actually, I think I will be standing here maybe, if I can, to get the best possible view. I'm sitting here right now. Alright, I'm on board. It's kind of cool. You see people are sitting down. People are coming in. Everybody's super excited. And these ferries, they go all the time. I'm not sure what time they start in the morning though, but it seems to be like the main transportation in between the islands here. I'm not even sure. I think there is a bridge. More north of here, I guess, but this is the nice way. I mean, you go, you sit down, doesn't cost anything, you swipe your octopus card, and boom, off you go. And you know what? We are actually on our way here. I'll take my backpack off here. I'm soaking wet. Okay, you can see some movements here. We're actually driving. I will go to the other side. I just changed directions here. And I'm standing here. This is pretty sweet. Okay, here's a view. Goodbye, main island. And here's another boat coming. I'm surprised. They actually have some pretty decent waves in here. And as you can see, it's not far to go to the other side. If you go to what is called the central hub. And by the way, that's the convention center you see right there. And I'm looking in the front now where you see the Ferris wheel. So that's the central part. what you can do, if you have this octopus card, you can just go back and forward the whole day, I guess. if you like being on a little boat. I had to go to the other side here so you get another view of town here. And the ride over is not more than a few minutes. I mean, it's almost there. A couple of minutes across. And it's kind of refreshing to be out here. I can feel the wind is cooling you down slightly. Because when you walk in the streets up and down, I mean, you will be very, very sweaty. There's a tugboat coming here, pulling some kind of vessel. I'm not even sure if it's sand or building materials or something like that. Almost. This is how it looks like when you are coming to the other side here. I like the green color though. I mean, it's probably an old color they picked, and it looks really good. Here's another ferry going out. To line up the boat takes some time. They spend several minutes actually adjusting the boat here. I'm not sure why, but to go across, like a few minutes, and to line up the boat, a few minutes. People are just preparing to leave now.